When politics interferes with the arts, otherwise known as the incoming Hugo 2023 controversy. The controversy is brewing around Hugo Awards that were awarded last year, specifically with regards to data that was released last Friday. A lot of books were disqualified, even though these disqualified books had the votes to win. Specifically, the likes of Rebecca Kwong's Babel, which has won a lot of the other awards, but suspiciously, she was not qualified for the Hugo, and there was no justification given for this. Now it looks like there was censorship involved because of who hosted the Worldcon event for this year, which awards the Hugos. It was People Republic of China because Worldcon this year was handled by Chengdu. Now, let me explain some of the terms that I used in case you are not aware of how the Hugo is awarded every single year. So the first word you need to know is Worldcon. Worldcon is nothing but a mega event for lovers of science fiction. A lot of works in science fiction are celebrated, awarded, discussed, things of the sort at Worldcon events. You need the ability to host more than 10,000 people, and you need a budget of over 1 million US dollars to be able to host a Worldcon event. Another thing is Worldcon is totally democratic in that everything that happens in it is decided by the participants. People vote on every single thing. On to the controversy, which takes me to who actually decides how the Hugos are awarded. WSFS, or World Science Fiction Society. This is the group, volunteer group. This is not some organization with a structure and things of the sort. It's a volunteer group that decides how the Worldcon sites are managed. And they also set the rules of the nominations for the Hugo. Then there is the committee that handles WSFS. This is once again a voluntary committee, and people who get on are voted in. Everything is based on popular vote. Worldcon 2021 happened in Washington, D.C., and in it, the Chengdu group won the bid to host Worldcon 2023. Now, Chengdu falls in PRC, or People's Republic of China, and this is where the controversy is sadly taking shape. This has never been observed before, where politics of a region affects the nominations that are coming in. Because the likes of Ziran Jejao and Rebecca Kwong are very, very popular, not just in science fiction communities, but also in the book talk or the book TikTok communities. They are as popular as they come. And because of the critical merits that their books have garnered, it was very shocking to not see these books qualify. To add salt on the wounds, a lot of these authors were not given reasons as to why their books were disqualified. Jiran is mentioning that her posts on TikTok about this particular controversy is facing censorship. There are heavy speculations as well as accusations about local politics affecting who wins a Hugo. And this has never been seen before. A lot of other prominent authors were snubbed, like N.K. Jemisin, who has previously won Hugo Awards. And the fact that because the event was being held in China, a lot of people who rightfully deserve to win the Hugo didn't even manage to qualify. This is causing a lot of controversy. See, the Hugo for 2023 has already been awarded and the dust has settled. What ignited the fire was data. They never shared the data before. Before 2023's Hugo, data would be available immediately after the ceremony. This time, that wasn't the case, right? And the data came out last Friday. And obviously, it's suspicious. It is incredibly suspicious. So, this is the first time where a completely democratic organization where everything gets voted on, and people did vote for these books that didn't even qualify. Yet when it came to awarding time, a lot of the books that were voted on were shown to be disqualified, right? And this is causing a controversy because should China and China's government be allowed to interfere in who wins a science fiction prize? uh, that's the question that people are debating. Rebecca Kwong kind of makes a succinct point here that this controversy is not about ineligibility, it is about indesirability. The books that are excluded have narratives that do not fall in line with what PRC endorses. And when something of this sort is observed so blatantly in an otherwise democratic process which spans the globe, it reignites the common question about how China keeps getting away with ridiculous amounts of censorship on things that they ideally should not be allowed to censor. So that is the controversy. I'll give you updates as it develops.